On behalf of our senior pastor, Reverend Dr. ALSTON Henry, the leadership team, and the congregants of this church, Open Bible, 12 Washington Boulevard, I extend a hearty Open Bible welcome to you all. Let's make it welcome. Mr. Hand, we continue as a church to pray for you and your team and the ministry as you seek to lead the nation in your portfolio areas. This is Gage-Grey. We commend you and CDA for the work you've been doing in child-friendly policies, and we wish you all the success as you do your week of activities and encourage you to do activities. I'd like to invite the church to all stand now and make CDA team the minister welcome. Please stand, the rest of the church remain seated, CDA and the minister and Mrs. Grange. Stand and let us make them welcome.
If all of us were to be wiped out today, including our families, would you be comfortable with the state raising your child? And I put that question to the congregation today because nothing is promised to us, right? And so we have to make a very conscious effort to not only feed, clothe, and give our children a comfortable place to live, but we have to do more. We have to be able to provide for our children in the same way that we would provide for our own children. And what are some of those things? Children need love, they need care, they need attention, they need access to extracurricular activities. So if a child is good at sport, we need to encourage them in sport. They need self-discipline. They need the ability to have the kind of mechanisms that afford them the opportunities in the same way that we push our own children. So when Mrs. Gage-Grey spoke about the case management system and the therapeutic center and all of those things, those are important because we're now going to be able to track a child from they come into care until they leave. We'll also be giving children a chance to go on an excursion once a year. And there are several other things that you will hear about because we believe that the emotional connection to our children is extremely important, as well as giving them all the other things that we are supposed to do by law. But here's what I want to say this morning. And I want to contextualize it within the basis of the 10-year relationship. The number one form of abuse that we're facing now in the country is neglect and abandonment. And what we're seeing is that parents are not parenting the way that they should parent. Many of our parents weren't even taught to be parents. And so the CDA is now transforming itself into having parenting workshops, and we completed about 121 last year and impacted over 2,000 parents. But it goes even further, and this is where I want the church to come in. It's not enough for people to just have babies because they want to have babies and because they think it is cute. Children need input. Children need time. They need dedication. I was listening to a reverend 2 weeks ago at our Labor Day service, and he said when a child now comes for dedication at 3 months old, the parents are no longer together. What happens to the child? What happens when two parents not only take out their frustrations on their child, we're seeing it. And so we're imploring everybody. The CDA can't do it on our own. I as minister can't do it on my own. The opposition spokesperson for youth also can't do it on our own. We need all hands on deck. You are seeing the statistics. You are seeing what we're going through. You are seeing that the nation is now becoming almost indifferent to the kinds of things that are being perpetrated on our children, to the point where it will become normal. We cannot allow it to become normal. When Jesus said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me, for they are the kingdom of heaven," he wasn't joking. It's the truth.
A pleasant good morning. The CDA is indeed grateful to the Church of the Open Bible for hosting us today as we celebrate this very important milestone in the life of the organization. or 10th anniversary. On June 1, 2004, the agency was established as an executive agency and given the mandate to provide services to children in need of care and protection, especially those children who have been abused, abandoned, neglected, or experiencing behavioral challenges. Armed with our mandate and a vision to build a Jamaica fit for children, the agency set about laying the foundation for a modernized child protection sector that delivered a high standard of care in order to equip our children to achieve their highest potential. The agency's early focus was on building our capacity to deliver quality service by strengthening our regional offices. We engaged teams of social workers to lead the corps of officers to effectively serve clients, and also engaged some psychologists, one deployed to each region, to deliver mental health services to clients. Internal protocols were developed to standardize our operations, and also the establishment of our investigation unit to protect the best interests of the child through child abuse investigations. While building our internal capacity, externally, we moved purposefully to implement key elements of the Child Care and Protection Act, a major piece of child-centered legislation passed in 2004, including the establishment of the Office of the Children's Advocate and the Office of the Children's Registry. A licensing and monitoring mechanism to improve standards in the residential child care sector was also put in place, keeping with the Child Care and Protection Act's Children's Home Regulation. Today, the agency continues to provide services to children by managing 9 residential child care facilities and regulating and monitoring another 50, expanding family-based care through our living in family life environment, such as foster care and others. Meanwhile, we have expanded our investigation unit and stepped up our intervention to vulnerable families through the establishment of the Children and Family Support Units, which serve vulnerable children and families through counseling, parenting training, and economic support through partnerships with social welfare agencies.
On behalf of the family of the Child Development Agency, we'd like to just present this very small token to your church towards their youth outreach program.
Get behind CDA. Get behind the authorities in this land to provide the best quality care possible to our children and vulnerable persons across the board. Amen? Amen. Let us do that. Let us pray for them. A lot of people would like to be Minister Hannah's position. They want to be in the limelight. You see those lights? They generate a lot of heat. Pray for her. And be thankful to God that God has blessed us with a minister and an opposition spokesperson. They are class acts, if you please. So our children can look up to them and learn and be proud and be confident. Let us go out by God's grace and help to protect our children. With God's grace, just help transform their lives and secure a wonderful future for our children in this Jamaica land we love. Thank you.